Yo, what is up everybody? In this video we're going to learn a prediction card trick, which is very cool if you want to learn something very knacky and pretty different from usual Magic tutorials online. Basically, you take any card in the deck, you place it on the table, they name any card, and the card on the table is the card they named. Pretty crazy if you ask me. So probably one of my favorite tricks we just came up with, me and Mas.
This is me.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. All right, so Baron, I know exactly what you're going to do before we're gonna do it. All right. Told you, man. Told you. But here, watch. I'm gonna take a prediction here. Maybe, yeah, this one's gonna be my prediction. I'm committed to this one. I'm not gonna touch it or look at it for now. And I want you to, yeah, name any card you like. Go ahead. Any card you like.
Jack of clubs.
Are you 100% sure?
100%.
Cool. You could have chose any one of these cards though,
yeah.
but you chose one card in particular, and it's this one I put in the beginning, and it's exactly the Jack of clubs. Pretty crazy, right? Thanks, buddy. Now, in this video, I'll be using Franco Pasquale's new deck of cards called Cartolego. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to get some. And what you receive in this deck is actually a double back card. This is an awesome gaff card you can use for so many different effects, but I was jamming with one of my friends the other night and we were thinking about creating a new kind of variation of a open prediction trick. And we basically came up with the effect you saw earlier in the video. Yes, it uses this, but if you don't have access to this, I'm gonna show you a way to perform it without any gaff card. So if you're ready to learn this amazing magic trick, smash that like button and let's get right into it. Alright everyone, here's everything you need to know to perform this prediction / magic trick. Basically what you're going to do at first is take your gaff card, in this case a double back, and you're going to place it roughly in the middle of the deck, just like that. So what we have here is the whole deck, roughly in the middle we have our gaff card. Square everything up and you're basically ready to go. What I like to tell my audience or my spectator before I start a trick is I know exactly what you're going to do before you're gonna do it. Now I'm gonna wait a little bit because it's kind of predictable what they're gonna say. They're probably gonna say all right, okay, or great, or perfect, but usually it's like okay, or all right, you know? So it's kind of funny if you can tell what they're gonna say right before and you're just gonna basically try and say the exact same thing. If you nail that, it's amazing. If not, don't worry about it, all right? It's just a little extra nugget of gold in there. Now you're going to tell them that you're going to make a prediction, that you're not gonna look at it and not gonna touch it, for now. So we're going to go through your deck like this. You're going to spread your cards. And when you arrive just before the middle here, you're going to tilt the cards towards you, making sure they don't see you take the gaff card here, the double back, and you're going to place it on the corner of the table just like that. And sometimes what I like to do is to be a little bit unsure on what card I'm gonna pick for them. So instead of just going through the deck, getting my double back and place it here, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm going to go through the deck, showing them the card, tilt everything towards me, and I'm gonna be like, I think, no, not this one, oh, maybe this one. Yeah, this is gonna, yeah, I'm committed to this, all right? And now I place it on the table. It's just a little bit more natural for you to do that. Play with their expectations a little bit. Now, since this is done, the only thing you have to do after that is this. You're going to ask them to think of any card. You can also ask them to not think of the Ace of Spades or the Queen of Hearts because lots of people always pick this card. It's a common card. And usually when you tell your spectators that, they're probably gonna say like, oh my God, this is exactly the card I had in mind. Again, this is a bonus for you if it happens, right? So just take it because it feels really good when the spectator says that. And now we're going to ask them what card are you thinking right now. Usually people will tell you right away the card they're thinking of, and if they say, what do I have to tell you? And now you say yes. And just to make sure it's the first time that you actually say your card that you're thinking of out loud, right? And they're gonna be like, yeah. And now you ask them, all right, great, what is it? And they're going to tell you right away, right? If you're like, tell me your card, well, it's kind of obvious that you need to know the info first, right? So just have fun, be cool with it, right? It's just like, so what is your card? It's like super organic and casual. Now there's a lot of different ways in card magic to find a card that people name. You can actually go through the deck. Let's say they pick the Jack of Spades. You can call the card at the bottom like this. Let's say they're thinking of the Jack of Hearts. You can literally just cut the deck like this to put the card on top or bottom. But my goal here again is just to guide you into the process of maybe discovering more method and reading maybe more books about card magic. And if you want to learn crazy card stuff, I recommend The Expert at the Card Table by S.W. Ernest, which is a great book. But what I'm gonna do now is this. Let's say they're thinking of the King of Spades. So I'm gonna go through the deck, find the King of Spades just like that. But at the same time, I'm actually going to talk to them and be super casual casual about it. I say, that's crazy, you could have chosen any one of these cards, right? And by doing this, I'm just looking through the deck and trying to see the King of Spades. And now I know it's about right here, and by doing that, I'm gonna cut right to it by looking at them at the same time, talking to them, just being, again, super casual. Don't stress that part, all right? More importantly, don't put attention to it. What I'm gonna do next is perform a gambler's cup. What this means is that I'm going to take the bottom card and palm it in my hand just like that. The way I'm doing it basically is that I'm going to get a thumb break just like that with my right hand, and I'm going to place the deck a little bit lower in my hand. I push the deck like this, it's already palmed in my hand, right? There's a lot of different ways to do this. Again, it's your job to maybe try and study card magic a little bit further. But what I like to do usually is this. So I have my thumb break, I place it right here, and now I'm good to go. Because most people pick the Ace of Spades or the Queen of Hearts. And by saying that, I'm just going to spread the card on the table like this, making a mess, okay, just like that. Make sure it's not perfect. Make sure it's, you know, chaotic a little bit. This hand though is going to go like that, or on the side of my body, all right, to make it, again, super casual. And by saying that, I say, but you chose one card. And remember when I put one card on the table at the beginning, I'm gonna go like this, I'm gonna square up everything, and I'm going to perform this little slide here. This is very cool because they see I only have one card in my hand, but basically what's happening is this. So I'm going to take the card with my thumb and middle finger just like that, and my first finger is gonna go right here because I'm going to try and bend the card a little bit, let this part go, so I can flip everything and show the card, all right? Well, the cards. And I drop everything on the table, and the double back is going to literally vanish with the other cards, right? And now I can show them that my prediction was exactly what they were thinking of. And that, my friend, is pretty cool. Again, can't stress this enough, make it casual, all right? Don't rush anything. You should do the move the more natural possible, all right? So you take a card, you place it in your hand, you turn it over, and you're done, right? Easy. All right, everyone, now let's say you don't have a double back at all right? You can actually make one by just gluing two cards like this. But my recommendation is obviously you can just buy Franco's deck, comes with a double back. But if you don't have a double back, here's what you do. You can actually perform the same effect without any gimmicks. And here's how. What you're going to do is exactly the same, but make sure you remember the card you put on the table right here. So go through the deck, take any card. In this case, I'm gonna go with the Ace of Diamonds. I'm gonna place it on the corner of the table right here. I'm gonna square everything up, and I'm gonna do the exact same. So let's say I ask them, think of any card. You got your card in mind. Now for the first time, name your card out loud. If they say Ace of Diamonds, now you have a pure miracle. You just place the Ace of Diamonds right here. So now you just have to put the deck there, and you say, it's there any way I could have known the card you're thinking of. They're gonna say no. Now you turn this card. It is super fair. You show you have nothing in your hand, and it's the exact card they named. But now let's say they picked a complete different card. Let's say they name the King of Spades. You're going to go through the deck, find the King of Spades, but instead of cutting the card they picked to the bottom, you're going to cut it to the top. Or you can also just perform a call, right? So automatically the king will be on top. You can also just go through the deck and perform any pass you'd like, all right? But make sure you put the card they named on top, just like that. And now I say it's crazy, you could have named any card, and by doing this, I'm getting a break under the top card, which is the card they named. I say it's crazy, you could have chosen any one of these cards, but you chose this one, and now I'm already prepared to basically perform a double lift, just like that, to show them that the card I had on the table was exactly their card. What you can do after that is take both cards like this, all right? And with your 3 fingers here, you're going to scoop the top card just like that, all right? And now you're left clean, and you can basically just place it on the table. They can see you only have 1 card. So again, in slow motion, you're going to perform your double lift just like that to show them that that's their card. And you're going to scoop the card behind it to show them you only have 1 card, and that's it. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm really happy on how this trick turns out to be. Basically, sometimes you're a little bit confused on how to use double backs, but I think it's a very cool effect. And also let me know in the comment if you have variation on this, or if you create something a little bit different. But the goal here again is just to have fun doing it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. My name is Alex Boyer, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!